All right. Welcome back, gentlemen, to the Bitcoin market update. Today is November 24th, 2019. Let's jump right into it. Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the 1 day for Coinbase. We're having more sell-off, more continuation of the downside. It's currently at $6,864.72. We're getting more downside. I have a target here at, let's zoom in just a little bit here, right there at 6,366 or some point along this downtrend. I think once we get a wick or, at least price action touching that line, I think we're going to get a bounce and probably some relief rally. I'm not sure how high we're going to go, but it'll be good. This has been really rough. A lot of capitulation, so to speak, here. So let's jump into the weekly chart. Hold on, let me grab some water. So today we got a new weekly candle. Let's center this real quick. This was our top, and we've been working on this downtrend in a parallel trend channel in blue or purple, whatever that is. And there's our red dotted line for the median line. This week has been brutal to the market. I mean, just a massive sell-off here. Now, this is the week that I believe we're going to get a wick down at least. And then after that, probably a bounce, maybe to the upside. But all in all, on the weekly chart, I am bearish. I think we're going to break through this thin area of the Kumo cloud right here and work our way down over into these areas over here, where we'll probably live below the Kumo cloud for just a little bit in this area here before this green part of the Kumo cloud will turn red, and it'll be red down this way. And then price action will punch through that red area and run higher. Okay, so if I pull price action over here, we did the same thing. The weekly chart had a very similar reaction to the Kumo cloud, where the Kumo cloud got really thin and price action punched through it. We lived down below. We had capitulation. We bottomed out in this area, and then we started working our way to the Kumo cloud, then through the Kumo cloud, and eventually out of it. Now, I think we're going to do the same thing again, where we break through that thin part, down below, probably flatten out, capitulate down lower, and then, so I think that this purple line here is going to be a floor. I think it's going to work a lot like this, where we set a floor and then we capitulate and go down, and then have a new floor set and then work our way up. So it'll be whenever we touch this blue, the bottom of this blue line, I think that's where we're going to probably set our floor, capitulate down. I think in July or even August of 2020, we will have will probably be our final best target area for the low, and then it'll start working its way back up out of here once this green Kumo cloud turns red. Okay, so that makes sense for the weekly. Everything's going fine. Now, I do anticipate, just like back here, when we hit our bottom on our floor, we did bounce, and we had probably, what was that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of uptrend, which could take us maybe, once we get down here, be 1, 2, 3, 5 weeks of uptrend near January. Late January, we could have a little movement up to the upside, somewhere around 8,000, maybe somewhere around 8,000, and then a pull back down, maybe a couple little bounces, and then a sell off. So I'm looking for this to look a lot like this. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Let's jump into Litecoin, LTC USD on the 1 day for Coinbase. Let's zoom in a little bit. Looks a lot like Bitcoin. It's selling off here. Hopefully it can create a floor here, which would be really nice. We have, it looks so much like Bitcoin. It's crazy. With the weekly chart, however, we're already bearish. We're below the Kumo cloud and are heading towards, we've already passed the 786 target. So now I'm looking for this target right here to work out at $35.37. I think we're going to head that way. All right. Ethereum USD on the 1 day for Coinbase, we have $140.60. Again, trying to set a floor. We are very bearish on the daily below the Kumo cloud. We have a very large area of resistance. Support was just taken out with today's candle. And we're right at my 141, which was a target of mine. I thought we'd at least get down here. I'm anticipating a bounce in this area with Ethereum, but we'll see. Let's jump into the weekly. I have not looked at the weekly chart for Ethereum in a little bit. Oh, okay. So Ethereum on the weekly chart this week really fell out below the Kumo cloud, or really below the Kumo cloud. I have a final pullback target of $99 for Ethereum into this area before I think we'll start moving higher again. Let's jump into XRP. This will be our last one that we'll look at today. More continuation of the downside. Today was a pretty rough day. We're at 21.9 cents. So yeah, we're below 21 cents now, or 21 cents, below 22 cents. Okay, total market cap is $181 billion. More downtrend here. And Total 2 has more downtrend. And Bitcoin Dominance has more sideways. We're working on some sideways here. We're at Bitcoin Dominance is at 68.49%. And Others Dominance is at 6.03%, also with a topping pattern right here. I anticipate more sideways. I was talking about this in the last video, how we've called this probably near a top right here, and we've been sideways trading ever since. So it did get above the Kumo cloud, which was fantastic. We're still above the 9. That's really good. But, volume is starting to taper off and to not look as good. So I anticipate a little bit of sideways before some sell-off, and we'll see where that goes. You can tell that with the Others Dominance and Bitcoin Dominance, the people are pretty much just sitting where they're at. They're not really running to either Bitcoin or altcoins at this point. We're just watching the market drop, right? We're watching the market just tank, and nobody's really running to any sort of flight of safety other than the dollar. If they're getting out of their coins, they're getting into dollars. So let's remove that out of the way. Yeah, total market cap is below the 200-day moving average, which is this blue line, and below the Kumo cloud, both very bearish signs right there. So we could be in for a little bit of a haul here, where we're dealing with probably a prolonged bear market at this point, looking for turnaround to go bullish right around August of next year. Okay, that's it for today, guys. God bless you. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in the group and see you tomorrow. All right, I'm out of here. See ya.